All right. I thought I'd do a video on AI and all of the implications that go with it. Starting with like how it affects art, how it affects people creating, and then moving on to the larger implications like the impact of the environment, impact on people, like etc. So let's get into it. So, I was mainly driven to make this video. Well, I mean, obvious reasons, but recently there has been a little bit of a hubbub about I think Steam having requirements for labeling AI if there was any sort of AI made or used for any of the games, any of the art, etc., so forth, which some people have had a problem with. It's like, if I label that I've used AI, then I get brigaded. People want to be like, send me threats or whatever for using it, and it's like, I don't believe anyone should be getting threatened or anything for the use of AI. I think people are completely within their right to troll you or have their opinions about you using it, because the implications are pretty deep. If you think about it even a little bit, like, um, so the AI models, like, they they're just stealing art. They're stealing art. They're stealing pretty much anything that's not nailed down to the walls. So it's at the moment it's pretty much just a giant theft machine. But on top of that, it is also a giant resource hog, and it's like hugely negatively impacting the environment. Like, it is sucking up water, sucking up electricity. It is pretty much poisoning the environment around it. So yeah, people want to try and use it and not have to specify. And the argument they're making is, why should I have to specify whether or not I use this? It's like, well, if you want to get into it and say, okay, AI is just a tool. I'm just using a tool to make my art. Blah blah blah. It's like, well, pretty much any artist is going to specify their medium. Like for me, I'm gonna put I acrylic on canvas. If someone's making like a 3D render, yeah, use Blender or whatever. And video games, the made in Unity engine, like it's part of the game. And if you feel like you don't want to tell people that you use AI, then I think that speaks for itself. So also the argument has been made, for like people with disabilities. It's like, hey, this is like the only way I can make art or whatever, which I don't agree with. There are so many like truly talented people with disabilities that make it work. Um, and I feel like the people that are trying to use that as a cop out are um, cheapening the what has gone into these other people's struggles. Like, you've got people like Broly Legs, who's a legitimate fighting game player, who just uses his mouth and I think just part of an arm. Like, and then you've got I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but he was in a recent Shred collab with Jared Dines, and dude could play like as good, if not better, than just about anyone else on that collab. So, and I don't know the specific handicap, but he had shortened limbs. But I mean, dude was able to go. He went, and I think the part of it is that like just making art, like anyone who's making art is suffering for your art. Like it's just part of it. And if you have a handicap, um, unfortunately, you kind of have to suffer a little bit more, I guess. But there's so many tools, not AI, so many tools and other things that can help you create. And I just don't believe that AI is the way. AI is just a dystopian tool that we don't need. And honestly, the moral implications of using it go far beyond like the copyright and just the theft of other people's art. Like the impact on the environment, the impact on just resources in general. Like these things are just guzzling water, guzzling energy, and the output is just. I feel like anyone with like a few brain cells to rub together, it just sees like this is bad. Like it's flooding the internet with just slop, and it's so bad that it's making the actual AI models worse. Which, I mean, cool, whatever, but it's a huge drain on resources. It's a huge impact on the environment, and the end goal of this is not to make anyone's lives better. It is to just help enrich, these tech bros and these billionaires. So I just feel like there's no logical argument for using AI for pretty much anything. I mean, there's been a couple of things that sure, like maybe like organizing data sets, or I've seen some uses for helping to diagnose cancer and stuff like that, but that is not the main thing that it's been pushing for. The things that we would want AI to be used for are not the things that they're pushing for. So it's turtles all the way down. And unfortunately, they're going to keep pumping money into it until they run out of it. And I feel like the only moral thing to do is to, ignore it and not use it and just try and starve them out. That's about all we can do, without getting into some other issues I'm not going to talk about. But yeah, so don't use AI. Don't listen to anyone who's like, oh, I use AI but for this or that. It's like, no. Like, I feel like anyone who's trying to make the argument does not have a credible leg to stand on, and they should be called out for it. And if anyone wants to say, well, I just use it for this or I just use it for that, it's like, no. It's all bad.